if you want to have some fun with GPT, Obey, Open Beneficial AI, right? Let me go here. Okay. Drop my phone. Fish. All right, rotate. All right, I'm back. Trying to get light on me. So let's start again. If you want to have some fun, ask Obey. Obey is my name for GPT. Obey stands for Open Beneficial AI. You know, ask it, you know, what caused the collapse of fisheries? What causes deforestation? What is the result of dead zone? Right? Dead zones in the ocean, right? Explain all these things to me. And ask it the connection of compounded annual growth rate to capitalism, and how it relates to all this. And the AI is going to say, you know, it's capitalism that is responsible for nearly every crisis facing our planet. And that's the reality we live in. Is we what is going on here? There you go. We have an endemically flawed system that that is ending life. The sixth great extinction is a result of capitalism. And once you realize and connect the dots between capitalism and all the problems facing us, there's only three things, and you know, that are two for sure, and maybe a third. But there is pandemics, natural disasters, and the mental health crisis. Those three things, and I say, you know, are unlikely or less likely to be connected with capitalism, even though mental health crisis, you know, may have something to do with it because of people. But the reality is if we do not bring about the change in the system, you know, like I was listening to Jeremy Corbyn. He was the prime minister, the old labor leader, and you have to fight for democracy. Why do we have to fight for democracy? Think about it. Why is it that we have to fight for something that should be inherently ours? And the reason for that is because the system is broken, and we have to constantly fix the system that is, you know, that it wants to run off the wheels and, you know, leave us and take control and power of everything. Democracy we should not have to fight for democracy. And how can you bring back, you know, a system where you don't have to fight? Well, you have to change the system. As simple as that. Change the system. Change the system so you don't have entities who are contributing to dark funds and dark money and everything else. Get rid of that thing that is doing that thing, that bad thing. That's what you need to do. And how do you go about it to do that? Well, simple. You replace that thing. How do you replace that thing? You know, it's so in bed. Well, you replace it by transforming it to something else. And you need a monetary system, Bitcoin. You need a playground for it to exist on, the blockchain. And you need a manager that basically won't be biased, AI. So those three things, right? The three things, the DAO, and the DO, the unraveling fiat and all of the shit coins, with Bitcoin, unraveling and changing, because the blockchain becomes the days. The days is the mechanism for a new kind of entity, decentralized autonomous ecosystems, days. And these days ultimately need to be set up in such a way that they replace the corporation, right? And it's simple. And finally, you need that manager. And now we have artificial general intelligence is pretty much here. And it's called GPT-4, I call it OBEY, Open Beneficial AI. So, yeah. How do we bring an end to capitalism? Well, we can't just end it. We have to basically seduce it into becoming something else. And we have the building blocks for it. Because the thing is that we can throw as much money as we want into the system, right? And it's not going to change because it's inherently flawed. You can't fix a hole in the sidewall of your tire, right? You simply can't fix it. That's endemically flawed, right? If you have a hole in the top of the tire, that's a systemic failure. If you have an endemic failure, right, then you can't fix it. You have to replace it. And the simple fact is, when it comes down to capitalism, we have to replace it. And if you want to know how, you can read my paper on it. There's still a lot of work to do, but we're on the cusp, right? We have the cusp of AI. We have the understanding now of DAOs. People can understand that, and we can pull it together and bring back the change. I'm UnDaoDU. I hope you enjoyed this talk. Don't forget to like, to share. Sorry for the hard beginning. I need to get something for my camera to stick on my car. Right? It used to be. There's something I need to find something to buy for that. And hey, how you doing? I'm picking up Mikey. He's at cram school, and just thought it's important for people to understand that, capitalism is the problem. Now you may say, well, think of all the good. Well, all the good did come out of capitalism, right? But we're at the end. We're at the end of the road, and you can read the other read my white paper on days. Decentralized autonomous ecosystems. FoundUps has always been built around AI, and finally AI is there. So now when I talk about OBEY, right, open AI, is this guy? Yeah, watch out for these kids riding their bike. Now you know what it is, and not people you will, and it's going to do this. It's going to be massively disrupting, right? And that's the other thing is, how are you going to deal with 800 million layoffs and jobs, right? How are you going to deal with that? Well, capitalism can't deal with that. There are so many different pressures on capitalism to change, and here is a mechanism to usher in that change. Thanks for watching.